Jeff and Justin, the Frustrated Rockstars from FrustratedRockstars.com. They're with us once a month.
Yep.
Once a month, they're kind of like a period.
Yeah, except they're a welcome thing.
And they're not cranky.
Right. We don't hate each other at the end of the segment.
I just don't trust anything that bleeds for 5 days and doesn't die.
Jeff, Justin, you there?
Yeah.
What's up, buddies? How you doing? Happy New Year to you.
You too.
So we're talking tonight about musical movies, if you will.
Yeah, well, rock bios.
Rock bios.
We're not talking about West Side Story. We're talking about movies that are made about rock stars.
Okay. Now, an example I threw out was The Doors. To
me, that's the best one. That's the best one made. It's got everything. It's got a good music story. They didn't pour on the love story. Great casting, great acting, great music. To me, that's the number one rock bio movie.
I was going to say the Jimi Hendrix one. Oh no, that was Car Wash.
Bob gets those mixed up a lot. You'll have to excuse my friend.
Can't wait for that kid to arrive, Bob.
Yes.
He's coming.
That's one with Coal Miner's Daughter.
Coal Miner's Daughter.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go like great cinematography, great movie history, I think Coal Miner's Daughter is probably the best. But there's been a lot of good ones.
Twitchels.
Now, what did you think of Dreamgirls?
I thought that was a good movie, except for all the annoying singing to each other.
See?
I mean, it had a good story. I'd like to see, it's kind of loosely based on Motown and Supremes, but, That's what I don't like about it. I don't like that it's not actually about the Supremes. It's, like, loosely based on the Supremes.
Right.
Actually based on the artist and factually accurate.
Like one of my favorite rock bio movies, and if you have one, 888-STERN-101, give us a call. Was La Bamba?
Yeah,
that was a good
Lou
one.
Diamond Phillips.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a great fucking movie.
Yeah.
When's Richie going to sing? Soon, mijo.
So, I guess stars really do fall from the sky.
What's his name? Esai Morales.
Esai Morales, great actor, man. Mark, what do you want to say?
My favorite was the Buddy Holly story.
That was great.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Except they stole the ending from the Richie Valens movie.
Ironic how that works out.
How come they didn't sue?
Yeah, La Bamba.
La Bamba didn't sue Buddy Holly.
Geez, another plane crash, man. Come on.
What are the odds?
I guess the Big Boppa movie ain't coming out.
Where do you see?
Recently is Notorious.
I was just going to ask you about that. What do you think? How do you think that movie will do? Have you heard about it?
I think it'll do good. It'll do 30, 40 million. But the cool thing about that movie is his actual son is playing him as a kid in the movie.
Get out of here. Yeah, I'm a big Biggie fan. I like Biggie for a long time.
I think that's going to do good.
But one thing that
I think that'll do. Real
one thing
good,
that
though.
weirds me out about it is the fact that it sounds like they're trying so hard to make him sound like Biggie rather than just look like him. You know what I mean? Like he's not doing an impression at a comedy club. I don't think he has to look and sound or a sketch on Saturday Night Live. It's a movie. You can have a little leeway, I think.
The lazy eye, though. The lazy eye is tough.
The lazy eye.
That's tough, man. I want to say that there'll be at least 30 shootings at these movies.
Oh my God! Well,
there could be an over and under.
there was a shooting last week in the movie, the Benjamin Button movie with Brad Pitt.
Yeah, but it was Jennifer Aniston who came in.
Oh, that's what it was?
Allegedly.
They had to get a new screen. They had to buy a new screen for the theater. Did you guys want to say anything? Anybody here?
What about that one movie? I don't know if this is called, a rock movie, but when the guy who played in the rock band, he took over, what's his name?
The Mark Wahlberg?
Mark Wahlberg, yeah.
Yeah, well, see, I mean, that's loosely based. That's loosely based on the Judas Priest story. Mm-hmm. That's, what's his name, Mark Wahlberg. He played the guy that took over. That's actually a true story. That they found a guy that was in a tribute band that sounded just like Rob Halford that took over for the lead singer. But it was loosely based. Actually, Judas Priest sued them for that movie.
Are you serious? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they sued him because it was so much the Judas Priest story, you know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, that was a loosely based thing. See, I don't like that. If you're going to do one, I mean, think of all the great movies. I mean, they're making Daddy Daycare in all these other movies. Come on, do a Jimmy Page movie. Do a Led Zeppelin movie.
Exactly.
There hasn't been a definitive Rolling Stones movie, a definitive Zeppelin movie. There hasn't been one.
And a lot of the movies end up being movie of the weeks.
Yeah,
you know, like the Beach Boys and what else? Beatles. I'm
Def
sure they had a movie
Leppard.
of the
The
week.
Temptations was another TV movie.
Def Leppard. They did the Def Leppard.
The Bugaloos.
The Bengals.
Let me get a couple calls on here, guys, if you're cool with that. Justin and Jeff from FrustratedRockstars.com joining us on Miserable Men. We're talking about rock bio movies. The Doors, La Bamba, Buddy Holly. What's your favorite? What do you think's a great rock bio movie? Kevin in Palm Springs.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, buddy.
Hey, man, how's that Spice World? That's like right up there.
I'll let you get back to getting pounded, but thanks for the call. Let's go to Ryan out in Myrtle Beach. 888-STERN-101 is the number. Give us a call. Ryan.
I was just say Ray with Jamie Foxx. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ray was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Absolute great portrayal. Factually, it was totally on the mark. Great movie.
The only thing I didn't like about that, and also the Johnny Cash movie, Walk the Line, is they both ended in like 1968.
Yeah, there's still so much more to see him do.
Like, I went to the Johnny Cash movie and say, oh, cool, I want to see Johnny Cash, as an outlaw in the 70s and, whatever, and it ends. They put too much of the love story into it. That's what kills these rock movies sometimes, is when they get all Hollywood.
Agreed. Denny in Boston.
How about Sid Nancy? That was pretty cool.
Sid Nancy.
Yeah, that was good.
That was crazy.
Hey, can I tell everybody what was your first suggestion?
Yeah, it was Selena.
That was
Selena went down there. Selena was actually really good. That's actually a good story.
that was a good movie.
Or should we
But
see
you-
Metacon?
Oldham in it.
You just don't expect a guy to transition from Selena to Sid Nancy.
That actually brought a tear to my eye, that movie. That and A League of Its Own.
Did you really cry at League of Their Own?
Yeah, a little bit. I did.
Courtney Love was up for the part of Nancy.
Oh, really?
She has a small part in the movie, Sid Nancy, but she didn't get cast as Nancy, so she got some, 1 or 2 line role.
Wow, I didn't know that.
She's in it.
Yes, Twitchell's.
You know,
Yes.
I know they've done a bunch of them, but have they ever made one legitimate studio film of Elvis's life, like a studio film? I'm talking like nationwide, not just like because there've been so many TV movies about it.
The Kurt Russell one. Kurt Russell did
You
one.
brought that up. How could they never make an Elvis movie? There's never been a good Elvis movie. No, there hasn't been one.
Yeah, not like Ray or not like
Hey,
any
look,
of those movies.
they might make. Well, don't blow the ending of this one. What's going to happen? We don't want to blow the Elvis ending.
It ends in a bathroom. I'll give you that hint. Yes.
Because I think the Elvis estate, which is still functioning and very powerful, would sue the ass off of anybody who used his name in a movie.
Hey, is the guy that in Judas Priest? The guy that's in Judas Priest right now, is he from Ohio? Is he from Akron?
No, they're back with Rob Halford now.
Yeah, they're back
Before
together.
that, yeah.
But that's the funny thing is, side note, is now a lot of bands are doing that. Journey got their new singer from YouTube, and Boston got their new singer from some guy that just sings Boston songs and sounds like him. So Judas Priest kind of started that trend of getting guys that are in tribute bands to front their front the band.
Didn't they have a reality show that for some band had a reality show to be the winner?
In excess,
Oh, that's right.
But that's how we find most of our guests, too. Truthfully.
Yeah, we have them sing for us.
Yeah.
There was a good movie on the early Beatles called Backbeat. I don't know if it wasn't seen much, but it was actually a good movie.
Yeah, well, that talks about the early story of the Beatles, and there was actually a 5th member of the Beatles that died in a fight. It was him and John Lennon in an alley, and he got hit in the head, and he had a brain hemorrhage, and he died at 20 years old, and he was going to be George Harrison.
Hey, Jeff, Justin, I want to thank you guys for coming on. We got to get them on at 10 o'clock and just do longer segments with them,
You
because
see,
it
you
just
can
flies
meet great
by.
people at an airport. Me and Mike met them in an airport.
Well, I met a senator once in a stall in a restaurant. Anyways, listen, we're going to take a break. Going to break, a little tune for Al. You're listening to Miserable Men on Howard 101.